Up for sale, 1964 Corvette Coupe. I'm going to walk around it, tell you about the car, fire it up, and then drive it. If you do enjoy the video, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more videos like this. Thank you. Like I said, 64 Corvette Coupe, finished in Riverside red with silver leather interior, 327, 4-speed, red lane radial tires. And as always, I'm going to go around it, point out anything I do see, tell everything I do know about it, fire it up, drive it, and get in for the driving. So of course we'll start here in the front as always. And this is the 4th Stingray I've had in the last like 2 months now, and I'm just excited to have them again. Always a big fan of these cars. I do know a lot about them. I would say this one probably painted in the 90s. And of course, you know, with that you're gonna get some touch-ups, a couple little nicks here and there, things like that on the car. But again, look how nice and shiny it is. I mean, even outside it looks great. The body is super straight. I love the fitment. We'll take our time, you know, going down and pointing out anything that I see and whatnot. But the whole car wasn't just, you know, done in the 90s and then here it is 30, you know, X amount of years later. It's like here, you know, new suspension bushings. You can tell the upper and lower control arms were redone. You know, obviously they upkeep with the tires. The engine and the trans look like they were recently redone. Actually, when I pop the engine, I'll tell you about it and I'll show you what I see. Some interesting information for the engine. So let's go back here, take our time. We'll just focus on the headlight fitment, which again lines up great. You know, like there's another little touch up there. Lines up really well here again. Some little marks. Look at the chrome. Chrome is good, you know, light marking on it. Whatnot, same deal for this. You see a couple little things there. But hood lines up really well. You see a couple little marks. It's non-matching 327. However, the pad has the RE suffix on there, which is kind of interesting because that's a 62 340 horse, a 63 340 horse, or a 64 365 horse. Now, I don't think it's 365 horse. Oh, but also here's the interior, which rather looks nice. So we'll go through that when we get there. Birdcage is great. Or like here's a little blemish, 1, 2, 3, and a little touch up there. No cracks in any of the glass. All the trim, like windshield-wise, looks sweet. So this is what I'm talking about. Love the correct engine, by the way. I like the winner's cast intake, Holley carb. You got the stock exhaust manifolds on there. Trying to see what else. New master cylinder. Not that that's a massive deal. This looks new as well, actually. You can see like new bushings here in the control arm. It handles really well. But again, nice. It's clean. Then you go over here. The reason why I think that they were fresh is because the engine and trans didn't have like a drop of wear underneath the car. Again, correct, you know, valve cover. I like the correct manifold. See, again, you're more on the recent side control arm with the bushings and whatnot. But then you come on in here, and there's your code with the RE suffix. And again, I was searching that up. 340 horse, either in 62, 63, or 365 and 64. Now, out of curiosity, I was trying to find the number on the back. That little date code did not have it, so I'm a little unsure. Holley carb is like brand new. I took a picture of that. Good under hood. It's got a Hirsch shifter in there for the Muncie, which again, I still have to run those, run the codes on the side to find out exactly, you know, is it a 20, a 21, something like that. That'll be in the ad. Stainless steel dual exhaust. With the Hirsch shifter, it shifts perfectly. I love that close ratio feeling. And again, like the fitment wise, as I was talking about, lines up super nice. It does have Defender flares in the back only. And I believe that they put it on to original body because I feel the bonding strip in here on both sides, which is nice to know. And again, the same thing here. You can feel the light bond, the first bonding strip. And then you can find the upper one about here. I do want to fire it up. Give me a second. It's even got the high RPM tack, which is interesting to me. Clock works. And then I feel like these two, if you can see that, look to be original keys, which is kind of cool. Not a huge deal, but just cool. Let me put the key, make sure we're on gear. He just runs really well. Love the silver seats. Obviously, red with silver wasn't available. It was originally Daytona blue, or whatever the blue was for the year. And something I guess I should have pointed out, like a little bit older in here again. So maybe the paint before this paint, if I had to guess. Drop the hood back down. Always got to be careful with these hoods. And again, we'll go down driver's side of the car. Love the Redline radial tires with the spinner Cragar. Nice look. And again, anything I point out, I'll show. Like your little pencil tip size nick right there, so small. Lines up nice here. Nice here. Little baby mark. Lines up nice down there. Coming on in here. You see a few little checks and a couple touch-ups. But the fitment's nice up there. And around and down again there that I showed you. See a couple other little marks here, like, you know, probably stone chips, common area. Little one there. Couple little marks around the lock. Lower panel's nice. Really like the way it looks with the Redline tires. We'll go on to the quarter later on. Let me do the top here. Like a little touch up here and here. And I know it looks so good outside, but it has, you know, those little swirls from that, just having that age of the paint. Hard to capture. You know, nice weather stripping in here. Looks good in there as well. Clean. Door panel looks nice. You see a little bit of like wear here from like years of this or years of the crank. Armrest is nice. You got the accents there. Let's show you the front. Down. I feel like it's exactly what you would expect. You know, it's not perfect finish in here, but the bird cage isn't rusty and rotted, which again, I'm focused on this car specifically. You know, cracked paint, yes, in here. Rust, no. For whatever, well, I'll show you the seats first. Leather seats. No rips, you know, it's got that little wrinkle in there from, of course, being leather, but it's nice. You got silver floor mats with the silver carpet. And actually, the steering wheel's rather nice. The dash is really nice. And then I know you see this, aftermarket headlight switches, you know, independent, instead of the factory switch. I feel like that could just go back to a factory switch if you wanted to. No cracks in the dash. Not dented up and beat, so I assume this was replaced, and Impressed again, most of them are dented. Looks nice in here. All the gauges work. Anything that doesn't work, I'll list in the ad, but I'm pretty sure everything does, which is great to know. Seat backs look nice. Carpet back here is nice, just like the one. It's got speakers in the back. Again, if you don't like that, take them out. Manual and this plaque. I got the plaque. It doesn't even, it's not the car. Love the headliner visors. Those look great. Dome light works on both sides. Nice there as well. Carpet's glued nicely. It's not sagging. So again, they've I would say rather well maintained it over the years. And then again here, like I mentioned, it's the original bonding strip, and then they somehow did this back in the day. See like some little marks on the edge here, some little touch-ups that have happened, and then down over here. Not a lot, but I feel like expected some stone chips from over the years. Makes sense. But there are a lot of like good areas on the paint, like really nice, like this whole section here. Other than this little check that you see, it looks really sweet. Like a couple other little marks on the trim, a little touch up there, but like this whole section around looks really nice. Back bumper, you know, it's got a little bit of this. It's got some hazing, light pitting on top. See some little cracks in here. Again, this is kind of common stuff with older paints. A lot nicer in here on this side, and the bumper is a lot nicer as well. Haze, but not really pitting like the one. A couple little marks here. So it's a great driver. Everything works. It's reliable. Drive it anywhere. Again, this whole section in through here looks really nice. Exhaust that comes out of the back, you got like a touch-up down there on the lower valance. But where the exhaust comes out, looks good. You see a little mark down there, but this lines up nice. I hope you're able to see what I'm looking at. And it lines up nice there again. You know, some more little stone chips down there. Little blemish right there, if you can see that. Little touch-ups around this wheel well lip. But again, bonding strip is in place and lines up super well all the way down. Some little checks in here. A couple checks right there. But again, this lines up super nice. I know I mentioned that on one of the other coupes I had that sometimes these just don't line up nice, but this one really does. Little blemish right there. Nice down in through here. Nice fitment. Little touch up right there on that door edge. And another one right there. You see that? But I don't want to be too picky. I mean, like right there, the whole section of the door looks sweet. This door panel actually looks really nice. Nice in here, nice in here, nice in here. You know, a little bit of crack, but not bad. This looks good, and then I just see a little bit right here, like some light bubbling and a crack in the bird cage, and just a minor amount there, so very little on this side compared to the other. Trim tag and VIN are in place. looks good. So they definitely put a new dash pad in at some point, because this looks really, really nice. Even the center area where the radio is, those controls are in the clock, that looks fantastic. It will be for sale later today on my website, nextgenclassiccars.com, and eBay. Both links will be in the description of this video if you'd like to go ahead and check it out. 64 Corvette Coupe, finished in a Riverside red, silver leather interior, 327 4-speed. It is a Muncie transmission, which is, of course, what you would expect. Little crack here that's been touched up, and then another touch up there. Again, bonding strip I can make out. The upper one I can make out, which is all good to know. But thank you for watching, and we're gonna fire it up now and then drive it. Thank you. Perfect. How's it going? We're gonna swing around and go the other way. I'm not gonna wait for the semi. Yeah, that's what I was pointing to.
This car is amazing.
We'll sit here and stare at that truck for an hour.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Shifter feels brand new.
I was just talking about it in the video. I'm impressed with the drivability of this car and the reliability.
Everything feels so tight. All the gauges work.
Wow, that hurts my ear. Oh my god. Oh my god. We're turning that off.
This one or the next one?
Go to the next one. Yeah. So I guess the radio kind of, it works.
Tries to work.
It tries to work. That's a good way to put it. Something comes out of it.
Yeah.
Tunes, not sure. Talk radio, probably not. Wow.
Scoops, dude.
Now I take it back. Maybe it is. It could be a 365 horse. I don't know. If there was a date code somewhere, I could kind of dial that in. I should try and break down the suffix more, or the information on the pad.
Yeah, this is the kind of car you love to drive, dude.
Yeah, yeah. It's got 2 sets of nuts.
Yeah.
It's born that way.